new song there. Yes, the United States rather more than a generic pop song overused the hashtag and making misogyny to persuade women to seek them. So he's wasting their dead now. What a lovely man. So good evening! When you walked through the door, it was clear to me that I need a new look. So Tesco penis enlargers, every little helps. Jesus turned water into wine. Yeah, we all know this is a very well-known story. Jesus turned water right, into fucking alcohol, which is amazing. That is an amazingly useful skill to have if he was going to be a bartender, but less useful if he was going to be a fireman. Oh, Jesus, help us! Woman's house is on fire. We need a miracle. Don't worry, I'll save you. Jesus, what the fuck are you doing? Alcohol's flammable. What am I like? You muppet, said Judas. It's in the Bible, Matthew chapter 7, verses 14 to 21. Look it up. I know you won't. And Ian McKellen as well, yes, very similar to Jesus in the fact that they're both wizards. Differing, of course, in terms of their sexuality, as we all know Ian McKellen is gay, and Jesus was a Mexican transgender pansexual. And only during his teenage years, after he discovered the social networking website Tumblr, and decided that identifying as a mere heterosexual was far too mainstream. That's when you read about Jesus' teenage years in the Bible, because it was literally just him reblogging pictures of cats and bad puns with the caption #Hero brackets not if you're Jesus. But Ian McKellen's gay, which I think is fantastic, because I don't know about you, but I can't think of a more wonderful image than Gandalf fucking someone in the arse. You shall not fart! Come, you fool! Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap sex. I could go on. I should probably point out how I'm dressed. This was intentional, by the way. Didn't just wake up this morning and forget to have a penis. I am a transvestite. But why, Jonathan? Why would you even dream of putting on such womanly clothes when you're so masculine? That's a good question. It's basically so I can get away with having a tiny cock. Because, see, when you're in women's clothes, it's not so much a tiny cock, more a massive clitoris. And, yeah, but you do get quite a lot of shit for being transvestite. I can tell a lot of you probably thought I was coming off stage just now. Oh, look, it's one of them, isn't it? Oh, look how it's dressed. Oh, it's one of those. Oh, Betty Alexis football. But I don't, actually. I don't care about football at all. Or cock. There's this assumption that to enjoy dressing up in women's clothes, you must also enjoy sleeping with men. And this couldn't be further from the truth. See, the thing that a lot of people don't realise about gay men is they're not terribly attracted to women. So, if I was a gay man, dressing myself as a woman would be counterproductive at best, I feel. It's not funny, but true. But, you do get a lot of shit being a transvestite, and I know what you're thinking from that point. You think that's the excellent point, but sorry about that. I think straight women aren't attracted to you either, and you're right. I don't tend to attract that many straight women. What I do tend to attract are bi-curious men. And I can tell they're bi-curious because they have this catchphrase, which is, I'm not gay, before asking me to put on a dress and give them a blowjob. Like, thanks mate, I'm glad you could just drive the bus please, I'm kind of in a hurry to get home. But, no, there is actually quite a large degree of sex appeal in being a transvestite, because I know loads of women, one or two women, who absolutely love to have a boyfriend who they can dress up in their clothes from time to time. Because you don't need to ask. We try on your clothes all the time. We try on your clothes from not even aware we're in your house. Just waiting outside your window, waiting for you to go to sleep, so it's safe to go in and then we call the rest of our pack. Oh! Which is how the transvestites communicate. Oh! Come over here, try on the clothes! And we scale the wall and climb in through the foolishly left open window and ravage the place. Not search. We're not tiny people. We're not gay. Ravage. We'll try on literally everything. We'll try on your bras, we'll try on your tights in case you rip them a bit with our claws. Girls, you've only got a pair of tights here, that for no apparent reason. Okay, that's us. And we'll even try on your panties. We'll try on the bikini. Ooh, yes. We'll try on the thong. Hot stuff. And we'll even try on your G-string. Dave, leave your guitar away. Well done for getting that joke. Yes, and then the sun stops rising, we'll quickly evacuate and scatter back into our caves to hibernate until the next full moon. And some of you might have noticed I'm not very good with women because I have a speech impediment, I have a stammer, and literally I can't even order what I want to at a fast food restaurant, let alone chat up women. It's gotten to the point, right, that when I go to a fast food restaurant, I don't order what I want based on the price or based on what I fancy. I order what's got the least consonants in it. I order what's the easiest to pronounce. Literally, if McDonald's brought out a burger, which was literally just a deep fried piece of dog shit, but it was called something like bleh, I'd order that. Hello, can I have a the fuck is, give me bleh. And why is it, right, that when a woman puts on trousers, nobody looks twice. But when a man wears a skirt, all hell breaks loose. My friend said to me, he said, yes, Jonathan, that's an excellent point. It should be socially acceptable for men to wear skirts if they so wish. Although I would ask that you wear underwear as well. Seriously though, why is it so weird to see a man in a skirt? Because I'm going to let you on a little secret here. There's only one thing that you need to wear a skirt, okay? And that's not a vagina, that's not breast, that's not a double X chromosome. It's a waist. That's all you need to wear a skirt is a waist. You don't even need legs to wear a skirt, really. I mean, it helps. Otherwise, you will look like an oversized shuttlecock. But, I am what is referred to as a postmodern transvestite, in that the way I dress and my gender identity have nothing to do with each other. I'm quite happy identifying as male. Quite a lot of transvestites do prefer identifying as female, that's absolutely fine. For me personally, I happen to identify as male. And I did go through a massive gender crisis when I was in school though, because there's this thing that hits you. I've always felt like a woman inside to a certain degree. Eventually I managed to get over that, but there was quite a long period of time where I just couldn't get my head around the fact that men and women are biologically different, and there's no way that you can ever change that. Like, even with a sex change, you're still biologically whatever you were born as. And it took me to get around this. For example, men will never experience periods unless you're common. Men will never experience periods. And that's just the fact of life. Men are never going to experience the tormented periods, and women are never going to experience the affliction known as man flu. So it's balanced out quite well, I feel. Yes, men are never going to go through the traumatizing experience of childbirth, but women will never know what it's like to get sand stuck under your foreskin at a nudist beach. No, I'm kidding, of course. It's an undeniable fact that women have it far worse than men. But I think objectively it is good that men don't get periods. I mean, could you imagine what it would have been like in school if men got periods? Hey Dave, guess who's on their periods today? Oh, for fuck's sake, you have to... No, you lost the bet, come on, lick my tampon. Do I have to? Oh, look, it's all dripping, yeah, I know. Hey, I'm going to draw a knob on the desk with my period blood. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's and everything, hey, I bet you're 500 and get this down Minnie's top. Ah, fuck, I missed. Now I owe you a fiver. And now I'm bleeding everywhere, great. Can I borrow your tampon? I'll give it straight back. I don't know why I'm moving. It's that kind of thing. No, for those of you that have seen me before, you'll know that a large portion of my stand-up is basically about crossing gender stereotypes. And it is true that most transvestites are heterosexual. I myself am actually bisexual, and I discovered this when I was halfway through watching Six with Dicks Free. Which, if you're not familiar with the franchise, it's not quite as good as Chick Flicks 4 to 6, the original trilogy. But I can guarantee you it's going to be a lot better than Chick Flicks 7 now that Disney's bought the franchise and made it commercial and mainstream. But no, I am bisexual, I am a transvestite. These two things have absolutely nothing in common, other than the fact that they both don't make you very popular at school. And I didn't really get bullied as such for my sexuality, but I did get patronised a lot. There was two people in particular who used to say things like, "Oh, we're going to cure you of your bisexuality." So I humored them, asked them how exactly they intended to do that, and they said, "Well, we're going to show you some lesbian porn." What logic is there behind that? Showing me lesbian porn is going to make me less inclined to sleep with men, the same way that showing them gay porn is going to make me less inclined to sleep with women. The same way that showing someone doesn't give a shit about football, a football match isn't going to make me interested in football. The same way that showing someone a compilation of Nick Clegg's political speeches isn't going to make them a lying, traitorous cunt. We have not forgotten, with the students of Great Britain, I've got 36 grand. That's how state I'm going to be in by the time I finish university. 36 grand. And I'm going to be paying that back for the next 30 years of my life, plus interest, plus taxes. That is assuming I ever even get a job with a degree that's almost certainly going to be wasting my time with almost no transferable skills or work experience relevant to actual careers in society. But on the plus side, I can get free McFly whenever I get a McDonald's meal, so it's fine. Now, I have worked out, actually, that to fully make up the debt, I'm going to be in with free McFlurries. So I have to have McDonald's 33 times a day, and then the amount of free McFlurries I get will, the money I'm saving on them will equate to the amount of debt I've got. So if you enjoyed this evening and would like to leave a tip, you know your money's going to go to a good cause. But no, I am bisexual. I do generally prefer women to men though, but it's nice to play a cock every now and then, isn't it? I mean, it's very relaxed. It's very much like owning a cat. If you go to your friend's house, just play with his cat, give him a hand, it's really good to be stressing you. Of course, they can both be quite messy and leave hair everywhere. Occasionally, they will ruin some of your clothes. But they're both very low maintenance. You don't take them for walks or anything. Just leave them a bowl of food. They'll help themselves when they want. And they're both very good at getting rid of vermin, I find. Oh God, there's a mouse in the house. Quick, Dave, give me a cock. Fucking mice! Coming over here, stealing our jobs. Why don't you go back to Luxembourg? Where the rest of your kind come from? Baby, when are you coming? Give me a testicle! Yes, the power of the cock triumphs again! So yeah, that's why I like cock. I'm going to finish up now with a story, a true story that happened to me. I don't tend to tell true stories when I'm performing, so it's something that's quite new to me. I will point out that there are some bits that have been slightly exaggerated to make it funnier, but it's so subtle you're not even going to notice it. Right. So I was in Wetherspoons the other day with the Queen and Jay-Z. And it's fucking hysterical. Jay-Z always quickly became cocaine story. It's fucking hilarious. Then they started going around the course the wrong way. And then the Mafia sort of with golf clubs. You'll know it. And the Queen, what a feisty woman she is after a few Jaeger bombs. Jesus Christ, she would not get off me. She was all over me. She would not move off of me. Actually, she might have just died. I didn't actually check her pulse, but yeah, no, I had that, left quite late, I managed to get the last train back to Walthamstow. I got back at about 1 in the morning, I was feeling quite sick, I was dressed like this as well. I was feeling quite sick, I decided to go to McDonald's, which is a bad idea, that made me feel worse. Basically, I walked home from Walthamstow quite late, several times before. Never had a problem before, dressed like this as well, never had a problem before, but never quite this sick. And it's this thing that people say, that if you look like a victim, you will become a victim. And it is true, if you walk like you're afraid, then people are more likely to pick on you. If you walk with an air of confidence, people are usually less inclined to pick on you. But it's very difficult to walk with an air of confidence when your liver's trying to escape through your mouth. Right? And literally, my liver was just like, no, I don't want to stay here, I want to be free, I want to follow my dreams, I want to do Broadway, oh mamma mia, hey, here we go. That's my internal organs doing and the hits there. So that's basically what being drunk feels like. But no, I did that. I managed to walk as far as Forest Road without any huge issues happening. Then I got to the petrol station at Forest Road, and this guy approached me, and I was thinking, shit, I'm not a strong or fit person at the best of times, and right now I don't feel up to either fighting or running away. And he asked me where the nearest shop was. Outside of a petrol station with a 24-hour co-op. So I'm already slightly suspicious of this guy's motives. But to be fair, I think he wanted to buy alcohol, and you can't really get that at petrol stations, because as Jesus found out in Matthew chapter 7, verse 14 and 21, alcohol is flammable. So is petrol. I said I didn't really know when nearest shop would still be open is, so I started walking on, he started following me. I didn't realise at first, but then he started talking to me. He asked me if I was a boy or a girl. Now I get this quite a lot. I don't dress this way to attempt to look like a girl, but I do pull it off quite well. So I'm used to being asked that. What I'm not used to is being asked that about 7 times in a row. But it's if he expected it to change. Are you a boy or a girl? Oh, I'm a boy. Oh, right. Are you a boy or a girl? Yes, I'm still a boy. I haven't had a sex change within the last 2 seconds. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, gotcha. Are you a boy or a girl? It just kept going on. Like, yes, okay, I'm a girl now. I've had a sex change within the last 2 minutes. My white blood cells have taken a Sharpie, drawn an extra tail on my Y chromosome, making it next. I am now officially a girl. But it's fucking brilliant being a transvestite, because you get to out so many closet bi-curious men. And they're often quite homophobic as well, so you get these unique stares from them, which are like, what the fuck are you doing? This is absolutely disgusting. This goes against all of my morals. This is a sin against nature. It's a sin against God. But fuck, he has nice legs. So I carried on walking, trying to ignore him, still following me. He kept asking me loads of other questions like how old I was, where do I live, what are the limitations in using Freud's theory of the unconscious mind in diagnosing and treating mental illnesses. You know, the typical kind of questions you get from these kind of people. And eventually he asked me if I was gay. I told him I was straight, which of course is a lie, I'm bisexual. So I wasn't going to tell him that. I didn't really want him to think that he had a chance. I don't know why he thought he had a chance with me in the first place. This was a tall African Christian man. I am a young 18-year-old alternative transvestite. As if there's anything else other than an alternative. Oh, yeah, it's fucking mainstream transvestites. Oh, really? Yes, I'm But he kept us out. That's almost straight. We got as far as home base, and that's when he grabbed my hand. Now I kept relatively calm up until that point, but then I started to panic. Then the adrenaline kicked in. It wasn't my natural body's response. I just took some while I was in Wetherspoons, and it took a long time to take effect. That's when I started to think, I don't know what this man's intentions were for me. He might have tried to mug me, he might have tried to rape me, he might have tried to kill me. And I knew that I probably couldn't run away from him. But I knew one thing, that if I was going to get murdered, it was not going to be in front of home base. I mean, what will that do to my medical credentials? Euronymous got brutally murdered by Varga in 1993, Randy Rose, aeroplane accident 1982, Jonathan Collins, 2014, sodomized in front of home base. Not that metal, really. But I still might not have run, I still might not have made a break for it, if it hadn't been for the next thing he said to me. He said, why don't we go back to my place? I can see you're into rock music, I've actually got a Metallica album, you can listen to it and see what happens. And obviously the first thing that entered my mind was, which Metallica album? And he says Santanga. And at that point I ran! I sprinted faster than a fox being chased by a marginally bigger fox who was just taking an interest in cannibalism. Which in heels isn't fucking easy. I ran, and then I started to get these really weird thoughts. I thought, maybe I'm reading too much into the situation. Maybe he doesn't actually mean me harm. Maybe I just reminded him of his daughter, but she lost to a Russian pimp years ago. Because obviously he wasn't financially stable. He had no choice but to send his daughter away just to afford to feed the rest of the family. And now whenever his daughter looks at him, he's just with a look of such contempt that he just wants that someone else to give him a chance to be a really good father. But I thought that was quite unlikely. But always expect the unexpected, that's what they say. But while I was thinking that, I tripped up on the curb and landed face first in a pile of broken glass and heroin needles. Then I looked round and he was looming over me, and I had no chance now. I was terrified. I was bleeding, my head was spinning, and I looked at him, he looked at me. He took off his jacket, took off his tie, took off his socks, took off his shoes, in that order, really. Took off his shirt, took off his trousers, took off his underwear, took off his skin. And there, once he took off his skin, stood the figure of one of my ex-girlfriends from 2 years ago. Now, I did not believe my eyes. Maybe it was something with the loss of blood or the heroin needles were making me hallucinate. And luckily it was. I didn't actually happen. That's fucking ridiculous. No, he didn't actually turn up. I really was shedding his skin and turning into my ex-girlfriend. That'd be fucking ridiculous. What actually happened was he turned into a cow. And always expect the unexpected. That's what I said. You didn't listen. No, he turned into a cow and he stared at me and he said, with a very strong Yorkshire bovine accent, "Move." I am a cow. Make me crying. I was like, shit, not again. And at that point, I passed out and I woke up in bed the next day. My dad must have managed to pick me up at that point. And it really put perspective on things though, because I've never encountered anything like that before in my life. I don't know what his intentions were. He might have tried to rape me. And the closest I've been to rape before is eating a pear with an underground enthusiast. That is the most innocent rape joke you will ever hear. Fucking treasure that. Thank you, one person. No, it did put a perspective on things, and afterwards a lot of people asked me whether I was going to stop dressing like this, because I think it's fair to say that if I wasn't dressed in this way, he probably wouldn't have approached me, at least not in the same way that he did. And so I thought about it and I said, no, I'm not going to stop cross-dressing. Because what is the point in living if you do not have the freedom to be yourself and express yourself? So if you take anything away from tonight, I want it to be just be who you want to be, do what you want to do, and don't let the risks put you off. Be aware of the risks. Like if you want to do something similar to me and just dress in a slightly unusual way, or get involved in an extreme sport, or play a kazoo for a Swedish death metal band, all of them have their risks. Especially that. I mean, how many kazoo players do you know in Swedish death metal bands? No, that's not dangerous. No one wants to fucking do it. But all of them have risks. You should be aware of those risks if you want to go into them. Be aware and be prepared for those risks. But don't let them put you off. And thank you for being such a lovely audience. I really appreciate this. I do often tend to get a less warm reception when I'm out on the street like this. I get people shouting at me a lot, like things like, "Oi, what the fuck is that? What the fuck are you wearing? What the fuck were you thinking when you decided to wear that dress with that safety lipstick? It's fucking horrible. Think about fashion sense." But I think my favourite one is when this guy came up to me and said, "It's people like you that's ruined the reputation for this country." And what I wanted to say was, yes, you're absolutely right. Credit crunch, government covering up for paedophiles, war in Afghanistan, all my fault. Oh, if only everyone Charles wouldn't be in this mess. But I definitely would have got sarcasm. So what I said instead was, you may say that now, but next time we both pull a girl, I'm going to be more strong and take off my bra. Hey, right, thank you all for coming out. It's been a fantastic experience for me. This is the last show which I will be performing here. The other guys will be performing another show in August. Not in August, it's August now. We're performing another show in November, I believe. So please come along to that if you can. If you do want to leave a tip, I would strongly encourage that. Can we have a round of applause for Bobby Fox, please? Thank you so much. To £120 of that, as well as moving into a new house recently. He's invested so much money in this. So if you've got a few spare coins, please feel free to give them to us, because what we really need. I really want him to get this money, because he's just moving to a new house and he really deserves to make this money back. And literally, nothing is too small, which is the same as my policy for men. So, right, thank you for joining me. Please enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a safe journey home.